Finally made it out on the river. It's been about a month and a half since I've been fishing, and I'm excited. I've been packed with work and everything else, so we're out here at my favorite spot trying to see if we hook onto some blues or maybe a flathead. You know, there's striper running right now, so it'd be nice to hook onto a striper. Kind of sucks, I lost my GoPro in this very river here, so now I'm forced to record on my phone. Makes it a little difficult trying to use your phone and paddle and rig poles and catch fish at the same time, but we're making it happen. Stay tuned, hopefully I'll catch some fish for y'all. Made it to our spot. Under the bridge. Gotta toss in some of these chunky baits right here behind me and hook onto some. This pole to the left of me I threw out, and before it can even get to the bottom I had a nice bite on it, but no commitment. Well, I didn't get to film the catch, but woo! We got a nice little blue. We'll toss them back though. See if we catch a bigger one. That was fun! Month and a half and still no skunk. Yeah. Alright. We are hooked on to a really good one. He's pulling me in circles. Oh man. Oh yeah, he's nice. Woo. Out before I get them up there on the kayak. Got some fight in it. There it is. Got it. Oh, there we go. A lot bigger than that 7-pounder I caught. They flipped my knife in the water. He's going on the stringer. Oh, you heard that, huh? Oh, that's why recording on your phone sucks. Down to the bone, bills paid and a smile of faces waiting on you at home. Still a little guy, but this one's gonna eat good. Can't even get a grip. Chunky cat. It's hot out here. Alright. That was on skipjack. Let's get another one chopped up. That's bait. Cut it in half. Hook it about quarter of the way from where you cut. I don't like to go halfway, I like to go closer to the top. For some reason they like to bite on this side other than the tail. Alright. We're gonna paddle out back towards the center and then try to get on him. Man, that was a blast. He hit it and ran. Using two different types of bait. I got some cut up gizzard shad, and the other one you seen before was a skipjack cut in half. They seem to be nailing the skipjack more than this gizzard shad, but we're gonna keep one of each on and see what happens. Just doing some basic drift fishing, nothing fancy. Let your bait hit the bottom, bring it up about 2 foot off the ground, let the pole sit. Bigger the bait, the bigger your fish. Not necessarily. That small one I caught earlier was probably about a 1-2 pounder, and that was off one of these big old skipjack tails. Theoretically, bigger bait, bigger fish. Man, for not fishing for a month and a half, that was exciting. Feels great. Couldn't be any more blessed to be on this river. And now we got a big old barge headed our way. I don't know if you can see it. Over there somewhere. Oh, I can't zoom in. Sorry. On the phone. Phone recording sucks. Big old barge. Hopefully we're not in his way. Let's get some more. Well, I'm talking about the skipjack getting bit, and ever since I said that, this shad's been getting lit up. He was about that big, and now he's that big. It's kind of small. I know it'll work, but see ya. Time for the big boys. I ain't playing around here. I want some big fish. I want something to give me a ride. For real though, it'd be nice to see one take me across this river for about 30 minutes. Drop her all the way to the bottom. Bottom, 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 bottom. I usually leave about a 2 foot, maybe 1.5 foot, 2 foot leader, sometimes 2.5, depending where I'm fishing. But I'll leave a nice leader so that way when I reel my weight 2 foot up off the ground, that bait's just bouncing off the bottom of the ground. Sometimes you'll feel it get a little rocky, and so you'll reel up just a little bit more. That allows it to go right above them rocks, but still gives that traction to the fish. Be nice to hook one on this big old head of that skipjack. That thing was like 8 inches long, just half of him. Should throw me a whole one on there, but I'm not geared up for that. I got enough pound test to hook onto a 60, but my rods ain't made for it. But it is an ugly stick. They are built to last. Team Ugly Stick. Woo. Also got to represent Woo Tungsten, you know. I ain't bass fishing right now. I am using Woo stoppers on the top of my baits, on the top of my weights. It actually allows those weights to not sliding up and down the line. Keeps your distance you're wanting above the ground. They actually do really well. They hold up really good. All right, we got another one. Oh man. Well, I'm trying to eat my Slim Jim. He doubled over the 9-footer. Now he's taking me for a ride. He took that big old 8-inch head of that skipjack. Woo! A little bigger than the last one. Okay. Okay. I'm digging her. Here's my Slim Jim real quick. Man, he smashed that. I mean, bent that pole over. Oh man. We got a toad. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah! Each time we get him to the top, he wants to head on down. Yeah! Okay, just pull me in a circle. I think this is by far my personal best on a blue cat. He's a nice one. And he does not want to tire easy. Hey, I said on one of my 15-minute ride, right? Or I say 30. Something like that. Come on, man. I see my Woo stopper. Woo! And then it's gone again. Dang, this has been a good trip so far. 1.5 months, and man, this is awesome. I gained 2 foot, he runs with 6 or more. Oh man, he's nice. Woohoo! Come on. See if I get you another view. You know, this recording stuff with the phone's pretty hard. I don't know, I hope y'all seen it. I couldn't. Well, my video cut off on you, but we got him in the boat. Got it on the stringer. You'll definitely get to see a picture of it when the time comes. And yeah, it was a good one. I had a nice chunk of tail that just disappeared on me. Huh. Man, he smacked it hard too. That was cool. Well, it's our last skipjack. Then we got 2 shads, so we're gonna use this bad boy up and call it a day. It's a good fish. Good bait. Good bait. That was on the head, so we're gonna go ahead and put the head on since I got a tail on the 7-footer behind me. Something about that head, them fish love it. I like it too. Ooh, juicy. Man, it's been a fun day. You know, I know a lot of you'll probably get upset that I'm keeping these cats, but you're allowed 5 blue cats. 1 over a certain amount, I think it's 32 inches, you're allowed 1. I ain't gonna go home with some small ones. These are about 9 to 12 pound areas, my guess. We'll weigh them when we get back. Make some good fillets. Fish tacos. Well, we got another pole bender, and this one took off with it. Oh yeah. I had a bite on this 7-foot, set the hook on that, did a couple head shakes, lost him, and looked over, and this 9-foot was almost in the water. Ooh, and this one's got some weight to him. Oh yeah. Woo! This is a good fish. I know I said that about the last 2, and they were, but this one's a good one. He's pulling me back upstream. Oh man. There was no nibble, no nothing. He just sunk that rod. And I got a pretty tight drag on him now, and he's pulling some line. Okay. He's not wanting to give in. Oh yeah. Damn. Woo-hoo. Well, I know I said the last one was my personal best blue, but this is my personal best now. Oh, I beat my personal best twice in the same day. Wow, he's a pretty blue. Wow, he's pretty. Does not want to get in the kayak. Oh, there we go. Look at that toad. I mean, I ain't doing the fisherman toss. He's right up on me. And it's a good one. Oh, yeah. The blue bite is on the reel today. I got one more bait to throw. We're gonna toss that out here and see if we can't hook us one more. That was awesome. Man, we got 3 toads on the stringer. I cannot wait to get back. Show you all these fish. This has been a great day. We got 2 pieces of bait left. I got 3 fish, 5's the limit. Let's get to our limit. Run out of bait. Call it a day. Celebrate! We're in some deeper water. Maybe we'll find us a bigger one. I paddled up about 1.5 miles from where I launched. Drifted down about 1 mile. Paddled back up to that spot. And then I've just drifted probably about, I'd say, 3.5, almost 4 miles down river now. Coming up on mile 5. And the further we get down, the bigger they're getting. So we're going to drift till we can't drift no more. Till the bait runs out. Alright, we made it to shore. How do you take a break? I'm tired. We're gonna do a little shore fishing for a minute. Going to pull these fish up out the water if they don't pull my kayak away. And kind of give you an idea on what we're working with here. Nice ones. I'll pull them on out and then we'll go ahead and get some weight on them. Man, right there. Those are some nice ones. I mean, you can kind of tell just looking at the kayak and the size of fish. Got some toad. They kind of got this stringer tangled up. I'm not going to do them one by one yet, but we're going to go ahead and use my grandpa's old-fashioned scale and weigh all three of them together and see what it is. The scale maxes out at 28 pounds, so if we got that beat, we got some good fish. Alright. And we're max, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you can tell, but we got over 30 pounds of fish here. It's at least 10 pounds minimum each. I mean, look at that stringer. I'll do the fisherman's hold. There you go. That's up against me. Got some toads on here. What's even crazier is they could be weighing more than 10 pounds. It just maxed out at 30. It's a good day of fishing. So I got this pretty cool little survival kit from the bait shop I buy my bait at. It's a little local store. You know, you try to support the locals and what they do and the smaller businesses. I'm a small business owner myself. Basically, he has a veteran who comes by, hangs out around the shop, and he decided to give you an Altoids kit. In this Altoids kit, you got a couple balloons, some rubber bands, plus the rubber band that it's sealed with. Got you a couple band-aids. He's got what looks like a roll of duct tape around a pencil. You know, sometimes you get bored in the woods, you want to draw. Especially when you're lost. It's got 2 zip ties. Those come in handy for sure. I'm assuming this is lotion? I don't know. Some mysterious white powder up in these straws, and I don't want to open them yet to find out what's going on, but that's in there. Pack this thing up, man. It's got a little candle. It's pretty cool. It's got some little jigs, you know, that way you can go ahead and catch you some bait fish, some small crappie, perch, or bluegill. Since everybody gets mad, I call bluegill perch. Damn bait fish, don't matter. Goes on the hook the same. Got you another little grub. Got a toothpick in there. Couple razor blades. Those come in handy. Looks like a piece of a hacksaw blade. You know, another little mysterious tube with a white stick in it. I really have no clue what that is. This looks like flint, a little flint stick. I bet that's what that hacksaw blade's for, is slice up your flint, get some little fine shavings on there, that way they catch easy. Got you an alcohol wipe. Tiny little spool of fishing line. That comes in handy. Got some more toothpicks, paper clips, little bobby pin thing, women's hair, more hooks and the weights. Those all come in handy. It's got a wow, that's pretty awesome. It's a little survival tool in here with some twine wrapped around it. Got a little knife, some measuring tape on it. Looks like a cutter for the rope. And there's a little note. Let's see what that says. I bet it's a list of everything that's in here. No, just your paper to draw on. I was wrong. That's pretty awesome though. It's pretty cool that a veteran made this, you know. You try to support your heroes and your veterans and people who served and fought for this country, especially with everything going on now, you know. It's a real huge issue to make sure we give thanks to those people. Show them the proper respect and love and care since they're not getting it in this world. And I'll tell you what, this veteran, he will live when the end of the world comes. Such a simple little kit, but yet there's life-saving things in here. You can stay alive out here for a while with all this. This is pretty cool and was worth the buy. 10 bucks. Pretty cheap in my opinion for a little survival kit, especially with everything that comes in it. I mean, it's jam-packed. Full. After I get everything in there, all conveniently packed into an outdoors can. Thank you, veteran. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Sun's beating down, it's toasty. I'm feeling it. My arms are tired. We got a total of 9 miles paddled in today. Caught about 4 fish, I think it was. I released one of them. Had a couple bites and head shakes. Released it right before they got up. But we got a total of about 30 pounds of fish in the back. I'll get an exact measurement when we get back to the truck, you know, make sure know exactly what each one is. But not a bad day out for not being out in about a month and a half. No skunk. Great day. Beautiful weather other than the heat and the humidity. It's pretty good. Got about a mile and a half left. Load up, head on out. Till next time. Crispy out.